Now, I'm hearing word on the street that Nike done fell off. That Nike's not cool anymore. Retail as a whole isn't doing so well. The world isn't doing so well. It's easy to bash the big, bad corporations, but... Hey, what up and welcome to another episode of Creased. Now, I'm hearing word on the street that Nike done fell off. That Nike's not cool anymore. I don't know how to feel about that. So we're going to break it down. Before we do that, we're going to go into the city. We're going to go to Parramatta and we're going to go to the outlets, because that's going to give us an indication into what people are saying in terms of what is sitting on shelf and everything like that. Going to 3 different locations, 3 different demographics. Let's go. I'm in Sydney, we're about to go shopping. We got an hour in this park. They've switched it up a little bit, but we still got an hour in this spot. And there's a crazy wedding going on or something. I've got the GoPro out, so let's go. first place I went to was George Street Nike, and it seemed like everything was on sale, and there was only like 2 pairs I saw that weren't on sale, and one of them I picked up and asked and they were on sale, which is the Gore-Tex Infrared 90. They were down to 161. They were 220, I want to say. So that's crazy. The Midnight Navy 3s, which I've already got, haven't worn, $168. That is insane. They've only just dropped. Who would have thought? Retros, like every pair of retros, the black and white Jordan 1s, $200. Just insane. The mauve Jordan 1s were 150. If you're a customizer or whatever, this is the perfect time for you to get in, but I don't know what's going on. We also went to Subtype. They had a bit of everything. They finally had those Air Max 1s I've been looking at, but I'm at a point right now where unless it's on special, I don't think I need to buy it because they'll end up on special. Then we went to Foot Locker, saw the Scoot X Cheetos X Puma display. I had to go with the thing and did terribly, but got to see the shoes in hand again. They also had a nice little display. Those brand new TNs, the black and blue joints, I can't remember what they're called, and then just a bunch more retros and things that are sitting. JD, same thing. Everything seems to be on sale. Now, this is good if you're a sneakerhead and you want to buy shoes to wear. Fantastic. But does this tie into what people are saying? We'll get to that in a minute. Let's go to Parramatta. Parramatta had a bit of everything, similar to what we're seeing. I did cop a pair, but I want to review them separate because I want to make a little comparison video. So that'll be Thursday or Friday, depending on how I do. But went to JD, went to Foot Locker, went to Nike, went to Culture King, same sort of thing. Everything seems to be sitting, everything seems to be on sale. Now, a couple of things that maybe we didn't see anywhere else, like those starter wheat joints, they were kind of cool. Went to the Good Kid as well. Shout outs to the guys at the Good Kid. We've worked and done stuff before. They had the full center collection from Central C for retail. Now, sets were reselling for like $400 or whatever. They were doing like $100 each. So crazy. Then when I went to Fast Times, something insane. Then I went into Fast Times looking for the navy blue orange label joints and came up with these. Now, I'm not that interested in these, but I know people are trying to resell these. So it's crazy just to see them sitting on shelves. But now these aren't for me. Court purple, black toe, I don't know what you would call them. But these aren't for me. These were size 11. That's all they had. There's 3 size 11s left. Hit up Adam and he was like, yo, I need them. I was like, all they got is 11. He's like, I don't care, I want them. So these are for Adam. But like, you think back a couple of years and how crazy SB dunks have gone, and just to have this sitting. But within the same breath, like the other orange labels that were going crazy, like the black and white, the wheats, all sitting. The other colors, they were probably about the time that they stopped being so hot, but these are really nice materials too. Like quality materials. The toe box for me is like where I was like, okay, they're not bad. So that was Fast Times Parramatta, and then when I went to Fast Times at MacArthur Square, they had a size 10. Like, I thought about it, but I'd already made a couple of purchases, so let's get back into it. Now I did get a purchase at, I went to another shopping center, but I didn't really film there. Action camera, I don't even, it's not a GoPro, I think it's some other brand, but I'd run out of battery. I wasn't meant to be there and everything for another day, it just so happened to be. There was a purchase. I don't remember seeing this at any other Nike store that I went to, but the price was as crazy. There were other like colorways in this silhouette for $120. And then I saw this one for $120. I had to. Retail, is it 200? 200 bucks, so save 80. Clean, Air Max 1's one of my favorite silhouettes, and just super clean. Black, white, grey. It's insane. Everything is going crazy at the moment. Like, I think the only other one that I saw, two pairs actually, because this Nike retail stores are essentially either the retail group and then there's another company, right, that owns Pitt Street Mall. Pitt Street Mall didn't have them all on sale like, say, George Street, Parramatta, and then MacArthur Square. There was one pair that I saw that wasn't on sale at George Street, which may have been, I just didn't ask, like I did the other pair. Was the Jordan 2 Low with the Python. They're really nice, but I've already made my mind up. They've got to be on sale. I'm only copping them on sale. I know they'll end up on sale. If they don't, wasn't meant to be. Them for 120 bucks. Air Max 1's for 120 bucks. Not my cheapest Air Max 1 ever. Like, my cheapest is crazy. I need to, when I eventually do like a collection video of my own stuff, I'm going to break down some crazy steals that I've got because you won't believe it. But I did go to MacArthur Square as well, which is like southwest Sydney, so Campbelltown area. It's the main shopping centre there. Same thing, retros everywhere. One thing I didn't mention was like mids, dunks, lows. They're all, there's a million of them sitting. They're dropping colorways every day. They did kind of bastardize the market with them. At a time, they were going crazy. Now they're not. You can't give them away. But I know we're talking a lot about Nike. We generally talk a lot about Nike, but when you go into Adidas, right, they've had such a crazy year around the Samba. They had Sambas at the outlets. Now I can't tell you if they're retail or not. I didn't check, but the fact that they're at the outlets means the hype is kind of over, right? Because even that display as you see it, that's a lot. That's a visualization of, okay, there's a lot to be had. 4Ds are there, Ultra Boost is there, Stan Smiths are there, Shell Toes, limited edition collabs with the Simpsons, like everything, right? So it's across the board, yeah? We've gone through inflation, we've gone through not quite a recession, but you know, they're in different parts of the world, they went through it. And that reflects worldwide. At Nike, the Air Max LTD is down to 130 bucks. Now, we saw I need a new pair of all white Air Max LTDs, so I didn't buy them. 130 bucks though. If Nike sends me a thing saying it's 30%, 20%, 40%, whatever at the outlets, I'm going straight down and grabbing like 5 pairs of them because it is one of my all-time favorite shoes. There's nothing fresher to me than a pair of all white leather shoes. And the Air Max LTDs is one of my favorite silhouettes, even if they're not so comfortable these days. But let's get into Nike. And we've just gone to 3 different locations, 4 just not filmed, and kind of got an idea of what's going on, right? Across the market, live and direct. In the outlets, you're seeing limited edition collabs from Stussy. You're seeing the ISPA stuff, you're seeing Jordan 1s, you're seeing Jordan 2s, everything. I think it's time that we kind of talk about it, is the faux demand that was created over the pandemic. I've mentioned it a lot of times, but I think people kind of dismiss it as this kind of moment. But you know, from that, everyone's still hyped. The go-to at that time was Jordan 1 lows, mids, and highs, then dunks. Yeezys a little bit, but that's all done. Like really good colorways of Jordan 1 highs in really good quality, sitting, easy to cop, right? Nike has relied way too heavily on retro, and it was a phase, I guess. Like if you go to Culture Kings, you'll see the retro vintage style t-shirts, but less and less you're seeing it now because that style's sort of come and went. You definitely still see a little bit, but not as prevalent as what it was. Fashion essentially is always moving. I'm one of the least fashionable people in the world, and I should not be speaking on this, but these are my observations. In America as well, when the pandemic was going on, to keep the economy going, they were going heavy with the stimulus packages, right? $1,000 here, $1,000 there. People have never really seen $1,000 at any one time in these sort of areas. They're watching YouTube, they're at home, they're seeing people reselling, and they become it themselves. Some of them turn into complete entrepreneurs from there. Others just spent money wildly, right? It all benefited. So when you get resellers that are essentially buying up everything because everything is reselling, that creates a demand because they're flying off shelves. Foot Locker, JD, they're all saying, hey, we need more product. Give us more product. Why are you limiting us to this when we can sell 10 times that amount? But the problem is a lot of that ends up just sitting on shelves at resellers. I mean, not a problem, but... And you see a lot of these videos when you go to like SneakerCon or whatever, it's just resellers reselling to each other for the most part, and then trying to get something out of it. It's crazy. It's a crazy world we're living in. But I feel like Nike has been too reliant on retros in the last couple of years, and any type of innovation they've had, they haven't really backed full force because retros have just been so easy to do. You don't really need to do much. The sneaker vlogs like this, the blogs, Instagram leaks and everything like that essentially do the job for them. Then when they do bring something out that maybe they haven't done to death, like a Jason Kidd, like the Air Jordan KO, like the Terminators, it's cool to see, but like it's like, oh yeah, I remember that. Like the T-Max came out. Oh yeah, I remember that. I really wanted them at the time. Am I going to buy them now? No, I'm not going to buy them now. I feel like a little bit for that is the Jordan 2. Now, don't get me wrong, I bought the Chicagos, I got the Shelf Lifes, I got the Lucky Green Highs. That's probably it. There's a couple of pairs I've been looking at that if I get them for the right price, I might grab. But in the Jordan world, in the sneakerhead world, the Jordan 2s look down more than say a 7 or an 8. I think they look terrible. People like the 13s, the 14s better than that. Go figure. But what they try and do is, you know, boost it with a limited edition collab and then bring it back into the market when it hasn't been there for a while. All these tricks that were working at one time just aren't working anymore. They went at one point, they were doing triple collabs, double collabs. None of it's working. Limited edition collabs are on the shelves in the outlets going for crazy cheap. It got to the point where they were like, alright, this is going to be the last Travis 1 low. Nothing's happening at the moment. We're going to bring the Travis 1 low back because that's an easy check, right? Pun intended, pun not intended, I don't know, it just came out. But it just seems like people are over Nike, especially in the more traditional running space. Like within performance running shoes, you're seeing brands like Asics is always, for me, being number one in terms of performance. May not be sales because people always go for looks over performance, but Asics is doing well, New Balance is doing well, you got brands like On and Hoka doing well. Solomon has just come out of nowhere in the last few years. This all essentially spreads the market out. Now, not a bad thing. I actually love that there's competition within the marketplace, but Nike takes a little hit from that. There's something that came out in quite recent times, and they're saying, you know, in terms of growth, Nike didn't have much growth. New Balance had X amount of growth. Adidas was minus. A lot of that can be attributed to the Yeezy deal collapsing. But This is the thing that they don't understand. That's growth, not overall sales. Nike is still 10x above any other company in terms of sneaker sales. Whether it be performance, anything like that. You can gain market share from where you're at a lot easier if you're at this level and you get to that level. If you're already at this level, everything incrementally isn't going to be as big. So let's not even try and play like Nike isn't still that brand. They're not number one. They're still there. It's just, you're seeing brands like, even in the niche sneaker world, you're seeing Saucony had a moment there for a minute. New Balance is going strong. Asics had a huge year last year. Nike and Jordan are always going to be there, but I feel like they've been a little bit disrespectful with what they've done and just rinse and repeat. They've followed formulas. Some of that can be attributed to what Sean McDowell said in an interview when we were down there in Bankstown. He said in the 90s there was just this attitude of give it a go, like, you know, there was all that creative energy. Now it's boardrooms, markets, market share, sales statistics, rather than just being creative. And then I feel like that's what we need. There's been a couple of things in recent years, like the React, was it React 87s or something? That was a cool little moment, but then I ain't seen them in a minute. I feel like Nike SB is still doing it right. You know, they're given a little bit more leash. They can be creative. They go crazy with the collabs. And even for a time, their GRs were reselling. They were going crazy until people realized they're just going to keep re-releasing them because they are a GR, just like the Panda Dunk. So you get your orange label stuff where initially, first and second wave were really hard to get. By the time people got to a third wave, no problem. Nike has also been rumored to be cutting about 2% of its staff. Now, sales are down, that can happen. Maybe it's just a time for a refresh. You need some new blood in there, who knows? I mean, they've just done a deal with Kai Cenat. Me personally, I don't see it, but I think when you reach into that space, similar to like Logan Paul and boxing, right? Most of their fan base is quite young and don't have control over any sort of income. Their parents do. And when it comes to like boxing, parents aren't going to pay for a pay-per-view for their young child to watch. When it comes to high-end sneakers, maybe they got a little bit of a chance there, but it's also not the key demographic that spends money. That's where retros in the past have played on your nostalgia, and the main people that are spending money are in their 20s to 40s, right? Playing on that nostalgia within the last couple of years, and that's where retros work. But I think we're all retroed out. For me, I think it could still work, but take models away, bring other models back. I'd like to say, let's say the Dunk goes away for a minute, and maybe we bring the Air Max Zero back. Maybe we get rid of the Jordan 1 for a bit, and we get a few more Jordan 3s or 4s, 5s, who knows. But everything is on sale at the moment. If you're a sneakerhead, it's a perfect time. Like for me, I probably saw about 5 or 6 pairs of shoes that I could have bought, wanted to buy, but I'm showing restraint because I can get them on special. Like this is a testament to it. There's 2 pairs there. I showed you one, $200 down to 120. There's another pair there that was like 220 down to something else. So crazy. I don't think we'll get to a point where Nike SB is at that point, but you never know. Crazier things have happened. But this has been another episode of Creased. Let me know in the comments, what do you think? Are you still rocking with Nike? Are you playing into this? Are you experimenting into other brands just for something different? Like, I'm not mad at it either way. Like, it's all within the discussion. But it's pretty harsh to just say Nike's fallen off when across the globe, like every brand, every company isn't doing so well. Retail as a whole isn't doing so well. The world isn't doing so well. It's easier to bash the big bad corporations, but at the end of the day, just this sneaker thing we do, we still enjoy it. I'm gonna, tomorrow I might unds a pair of Jordans that I got, Jordan 1s that no one cared about, and I enjoy it. I might put some SB Dunks on, some Air Max 97s, some Huaraches. What else I got? I'm looking over there. Air Max 1s, 4s, 11s, zeros. I got 2 pairs of zeros just there. None of them are DS, but bring back the Air Max Zero. I know, like in 2020, randomly, they were just at the outlets. They didn't even release the all white pair. I wish I bought a pair back then, but it is what it is. I'm gonna stop rambling. This has been another episode of Creased. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and we'll be back twice a week. Peace.